guys, and welcome back to the channel. So in today's video we're going to be rating all of the Sims 4 stuff packs and ranking them in a tier list. This is a pretty long video, I will warn you in advance. I tried to be as in-depth as possible with the packs and letting you know everything that comes in them. I will say, just take this all with a grain of salt. This is my brutally honest opinion, but you know, it's just my opinion. So if you really like a pack, feel free to go ahead and get it. But this is just my opinion, and I hope you enjoy the video. So our categories are delete it, hate it, meh, like it, or love. This has got all the packs in it so far, but we're just gonna be looking at the stuff packs. I couldn't really find one that was already made that had just stuff packs in it. So let's go first with our very first stuff pack that came out, which was luxury party stuff. Okay, this one for me is not very good at all. So if you know the layout of how stuff packs used to work, it was basically that you'd get one gameplay item with the pack, sometimes sort of like 1.5 or 2, and then a bunch of cash and a bunch of build and buy as well. For this one, the gameplay item was the buffet tables and the fountain that you could put on top of it, and which is the only reason you would ever have bought this pack, is just for the buffet table, which is definitely what I did. If you see in these screenshots here, that is the buffet table, and you can just, I think it's like $250 to stock the buffet table, and you just get all this food just made like that. So it's really good for like parties and entertaining. But let's talk about the rest of the pack. So the makeup is okay. It's not the worst in the game, but definitely not the best. Particularly the lips look quite funky. I like this suit that's kind of open at the front there. It is kind of funky. I think they show Johnny Zest with their hair. I feel like it's good for like celebrity Sims perhaps. And the real crime here is the build and buy mode. Like, this is all you get, which is by far the least amount that comes in a stuff pack compared to the other ones. And okay, so you've got the buffet tables, you've got this like glowing bar, whatever this lamp or sculpture is. The curtain is okay. These chairs are very basic, but the swatches they come in are quite loud, I feel. They do come in like a plain black and a plain white, but I don't know, I just feel like the plain white, it's like you've just turned the saturation completely down, and it just doesn't have much flavor, you know. This table's okay, but like, what is this wall decoration? And this cube is just a cube. It's just a cube. Yeah, look at this cube. It's just a cube. It's kind of like a table, I guess. You can put something on it, but it's just a cube. It's terrible. And now I think we have the buffet tables that came with my wedding stories, which, you know, that's its own thing, but I feel like you get a lot more gameplay out of that, so you'd be more likely to get that pack besides this one. And it also comes in high school years as well, so really this pack is kind of obsolete. You don't need this pack. The clothing that comes in it, there's better stuff. Build and buy is pretty terrible, and no, it's going in delete it for sure. It's the worst pack, hands down. Okay, let's move on to perfect patio stuff. Clothing's kind of dated, the hairstyles as well. I do like this swimsuit. I use that quite often because it's got a little bit more coverage, like with the tummy and that. The gameplay in this one though, it was the hot tubs. It comes with 2, a fancier one and the sort of the more basic one. But we now have hot tubs. I think one came in horse ranch, and then you get the free one that came with the 20th anniversary, which doesn't look the best, but at least we have them now. So once again, the kind of purpose for buying this pack is kind of gone. I do think that the patio stuff isn't bad. Like, I used to use this barbecue exclusively, basically. And the lounges and that, they come in a few nice swatches. They have like a beige color as well. I don't really use these chest pieces, but they are kind of fun. Yeah, here's some examples of some of the swatches that come in the pack. I don't think it's bad. This giant wheel thing, yeah, don't need that. The hot sauces are fun though. But if you have the free kit that came with, what's it called, Desert Luxe, which I actually did not get. I just did not get it in the time that you could get it for free. Yeah, if you don't know, this pack was actually for free for a couple months just before The Sims became entirely free, the base game.
So this was a way to like thank everyone that had already bought it. I just didn't log on in that entire time to claim it, but it has some great things, and this barbecue is a lot better in my opinion. You'll see like the fireplace in there. I personally think this is better patio kit, and it's half the price. So seeing as the gameplay part is gone, I reckon we're putting this one in. Low-key hate it or meh. I think I'll put it in meh. I mean, it's still okay. It's not terrible. No, no, okay, it's going in hate it. Okay, next stuff. Where are you? Here. Once again, the clothing is interesting. It kind of gives me like Y2K vibes, especially with this like sweater over the top of the tank top and this little like scarf on the vest. Yeah. The clothing's not that great. This hair is kind of funny. It like really comes up at the back. I feel like without that it'd be a usable one, but it kind of gives like I feel like a lot of the hairs here give very much like stay-at-home vibes, stay-at-home mum vibes. I use this like bob hair quite often, and this like curly one, so I'd say I like those. And the main gameplay thing here with this pack is the ice cream maker, which you see them using here. You can make so many different flavors, and they do match the swatches for like the Schnapple appliances, which are like the most expensive appliances in the base game. So like I think there's a microwave and a coffee machine. The counters are nice, but the cabinets aren't very versatile, and the colors they come in I don't think are that great. This little bookshelf thing isn't actually a bookshelf, I believe. It's just a side table. This spice rack is okay, but I just feel like it's very flat, and I feel like we have better ones in the game. The fridge I used to use all the time, as well as the range hood. But my favorite thing is just the flowers. The flowers, I think they're really pretty. Do they have them on the table in one of the screenshots? Yeah, they're quite large, and they come in a bunch of nice swatches, so I really like those. But in terms of the ice cream machine, it has a few different effects that it gives. So I think there's some that make your sim like instantly put on some weight or lose a lot of weight, put you in different moods and things. So it has a few fun things there, but do you need it? No, probably not. And once you have one of those ice cream machines in the house, I know they've tuned it a little bit, but it's still kind of broken. Your Sims will just constantly make ice cream. So I don't know. I'm kind of putting it in hate it just because Home Chef Hustle is so much better. Alright, spooky stuff. Unpopular opinion, but I actually really like this pack. It's very niche though, so if you're not into like spooky costumes, which is kind of the whole idea of it, and you're probably not gonna throw a Halloween party anytime soon, then I would not recommend getting this pack. But if you're into that, it comes with a bunch of nice costumes, which I think are fun. Comes with ones for kids and for adults. None for toddlers though. I don't even know if toddlers were in the game at this point. Fairy ones, pirates, witches. And I use these for my cult sims quite often, but also just to have like a spooky party. It pairs quite well with seasons, if because it comes with seasons comes with a bunch of like Halloween swatches on their decorations and things, or just even to make like a haunted house. There's actually a couple kind of gameplay items with this one. The main thing is the pumpkin carving table, which you see here, and you can make pumpkins, and I think it's 3 different colors, and you can choose the kind of emotion carving that you're going to do on the face. I think it's Bob Pancakes and his like supposed kid. Interesting. There's also the candy bowl, which like gives you a bit of a fright. See in this photo here, a hand comes out of it and gives your sim a little scare, which is a little bit of fun to add to your parties. As well as this like magic cauldron here has a bunch of like spooky projections. So that's fun too. This thing here, I think we get the exact same thing in season. This like jack-o'-lantern tree thing, but it's just got a different pot, but it's the exact same item. Yeah. But besides that, I like the pack. So I waffled on a bit too long there, but I'm putting it in like it, but that's a controversial opinion. That's just what I think. I think it's very niche, but it does the niche well, if you like that. So next is Movie Hangout. Movie Hangout is very kind of boho vibes in terms of the clothing and the build and buy. The main gameplay feature here was the projector screen, which introduced also the ability to watch movies, and your sims can all like gather around and watch the movie together. I think you can get certain moodlets around different movies, like whether they like that movie or not. But I actually kind of liked this build and buy because at the time we didn't really have much of this in the game and it kind of filled a hole that we needed filling. I kind of like this decoration here with the crystal candles that actually kind of pairs well with Crystal Creations. I think they have it in the back of one of these screenshots. There's also a popcorn maker with this, which fits in with the ice cream maker and the Schnapple appliances. But once again, your Sims will just constantly make popcorn. But I do like this one better than Cool Kitchen. So, I don't know, it's either going in meh or like it. I'm undecided yet. This tree has a bunch of lights on it and it's really nice. They have a wall mounted one of the TV as well. A bunch of nice plants. And these movie posters are really fun if you want to do it at home cinema, but you don't want like the kind of indie vibes, boho vibes of the build and buy here. You can just use the movie posters and stuff from other packs and sort of make your own movie theater. Alrighty, so I think I'm gonna pop that one in. Should I go like it or meh? I think I'm gonna put it in meh. Can't be too. Oh no, I'll put in like it. We might move things around. We'll see how we go. Okay, we're only up to Romantic Garden. So Romantic Garden, the clothing here is very much like Victorian floral fashion. Sorry, the build and buy is more Victorian. But the Creator Sim, very floral, colorful. I like this hair that comes with the pack. Comes with a couple kids' hairs. That's nice. And these shirts here actually have some really nice swatches behind them. It's good formal wear. I use this button up all the time. I still think it's one of the best button ups we have in the game. The rest of the cast I don't really care too much for. I don't really use these too much. I think the kids ones are nice. It's always good to have more kids stuff. But once again, this is very niche, like spooky stuff. If you want to have like big nice gardens, this is very useful. They come in a bunch of nice swatches for the flowers, so you can sort of put them all together but different colors. But the main thing here is the wishing well, and the only reason I would recommend the pack, because the wishing well is just kind of fun. If you see the face here on the wishing well, your sim can chuck in some money. You can choose from different amounts, which will also have different effects. So you offer some money and you can wish for different things and you may or may not be granted that, or sometimes it can backfire and it can go terribly wrong. So that's a bit of fun. I don't want to spoil too much about that if you don't have this pack. Another thing with this pack, this little, it's actually very big fountain. Your kids can actually splash in it and sit on the side of it, which you can't do with most fountains, so that's kind of fun. It is quite large. So I would put this one in like it purely because of the wishing well. I feel like that's something that we don't have in any other pack and hasn't been found obsolete yet. Is kids room stuff. I quite like this pack. I didn't have much kids stuff, so this really was a great addition to the game, I believe. If you notice, the kids' clothes here, they're very childish. Like, look at this cat, the galaxy cat thing. Like, you would have seen stuff like this in real life at the time. The cats, the superheroes, stuff like that. I also like these full body outfits. The hair's nothing too great, but, you know, they're like kind of kiddish hairs. I'm imagining this one as like your mum doing your hair when you're going out to something a bit more formal and like brushing it back. You know, the single braid. And the main gameplay thing here, there's a couple things actually. So you've got the void critter like battle station. It's kind of basically like collecting Pokemon cards and then fighting with your collectible cards, which I think is super fun. Like, people did that in real life, they still do. We've also got the puppet show, which is fun. Your child sims can put on a puppet show for the other family members to come and watch, and I just think that's like fun stuff that kids would actually do. And the kids room stuff, I really like these lanterns. They all go together, all those wooden swatches here are matching. They come in a bunch of other colors as well that all match, so that's nice. We love when things match. Very kiddish. You've got these like void critters you can put up on the walls, trophies. Compare the cast from that to First Fits kit, and I feel like First Fits kit, I really like it, I have it, but it's more aesthetic, and I feel like something the parents would like to dress their kids in more so than what a kid would like to dress themselves in. Like this shirt here, I was not wearing as a kid. No way. Some of these things maybe. But yeah, they're very fashionable, this kit, which is really cool, the beanie and that. But I think that kids' room stuff has more like realistic kids' clothes, even though it is a little tacky. I think it's fun. I also like this. Where is he? This little doll thing. I think it's just decorative, but I still think it looks cool. Kids' room stuff, and like it. Not love it, but like it. Alright, backyard stuff. I've got a few things in like it now. Maybe I need to calm down. Backyard stuff. Okay. I like this hair for your kids. This full body outfit. It's like backyard fashion. I feel like we have other things in other packs that fulfill this need as well. So it's not really... Oh my god, this hair, terrible. This gives me like Justin Bieber vibes from like 2012. Gameplay thing here was the water slide, which you see here. There's two of them. There's this big one with like a shark stuff, and then there's just the plain one, and you can like add soap to it. I think you can also like prank it. There's these wind chimes which do actually work and give you some moodlets based on whether you like the sound of it or if it's like annoying. There's this like bird feeder, which some like fake birds gather around. But now that we like have birds in cottage living, the birds that come in cottage living, like you can do more things with. These are just like you can't interact with these. They just kind of like appear. I do like this frog little fountain. That's probably my favorite thing in this pack. But in terms of the patio furniture, we have better stuff. I like the drink stand. You can get some like lemonade or like iced tea on this one. We have a few other ones that come in different packs, but I do quite like this one. And there's also, I think this is just a stereo, not a projector or anything. Yeah, so in terms of the gameplay here, oh, there's also these like flower things that like spin in the wind. Yeah, I personally wouldn't put this kind of stuff in my lawns. I don't think there's a need for it really. But I do like the wind chimes. I never really use the water slides just because they take up so much room. But if you have like some massive house with a bunch of kids, it could be fun. And yeah, so I don't really find a need for this pack. So I think I'm just gonna put this one in meh. The clothing's meh. The gameplay's meh. Alright, next is the butler kit. That's what I'm gonna call it. The butler pack. What's it called? Vintage Glamour. Okay, Vintage Glamour. I like the clothing. As I said before, with the luxury party, we have better formal wear, and I feel like this is an example of it. I also like that we have some like luxury lounge wear with this, like dressing gowns. I feel like this pairs well with Get Famous. I don't think your everyday Sims are gonna have a butler. But yeah, the butler is the main part of this pack. The decor is very much Art Deco. So if you're into that, this fits those vibes. I use this desk quite often and I don't know why, but yeah, I use it a lot. The beds I don't really use very often. These tables are like a vanity table where your sim can actually apply makeup to. It comes from like a bunch of pre-made looks that you can try on if you see in this screenshot here. I feel like this pairs very well with Get Famous, so if you have that, this could elevate your gameplay. This globe is actually a bar, which I didn't know until recently. I would put this in like my museums and like art galleries, and I'd have Sims starting to get juiced and dazed from having too many drinks. And I'm like, where are they getting these drinks from? From the globe. It opens up. And apparently I've seen people like selling these in real life. It's an actual thing. So I think that's pretty cool. I also like this like little lion statue thing. Where is it? This one with the books on it. Yeah. If you like playing with rich Sims, and I feel like it's not that hard for your Sims to get rich. And then once you get to that level, it's like, well, what do you do now if you want to live out your rich lifestyle? Vintage Llama is kind of fun. But yeah, the butlers look after your kids and they can cook meals for you. They can be a bit glitch sometimes. Don't put this one in like it. It's nothing too special though. I think I might move down movie hangout. So just meh. Alright, bowling. Bowling night? Where are you? Oh, up here, because I actually don't have it. Oh my god, it's 30% off. Maybe I get it. Maybe this is the time. Yes, I don't actually have bowling night stuff, so I can't really say too much about it. But from what I've seen, I do like some of the clothing. I like this top. Also comes in some nice swatches. And these floral men's shirts, particularly this open one here, is quite nice. And the rest of the clothing is kind of like bowling, professional bowling outfits, I guess. Like the bowling shoes. I like this full body outfit as well. And this hair. Um, the build mode I think is really nice. For making a bowling alley, but that's like the only purpose of it, I guess. So yeah, that's the whole thing with this pack, is getting to be able to make the bowling lot type. And I think it looks pretty fun. The only thing is I feel like it's very isolated to this pack and not really integrated well with anything else when we've got cross-pack compatibility. For example, like with the latest Love Struck pack, when you get to choose your dates and your activities to go on date, they've added like skating and things from seasons, but they haven't added anything for like bowling. Like going on a bowling date would be good. So I don't know why that wasn't really included. Maybe it's not on there for me because I don't have the pack. I'm not sure if it's on for other people. Do let me know about that. I could be wrong. But in terms of the build and buy, I think I like the style that they've gone for with the bowling alley. I've been to a few different bowling alleys that are like really static is the only way to describe it. Like very white and so many lanes, and it's just there for like professional bowling and not so much fun. Like I feel like this would pair well if you made like a little arcade in the corner. Maybe put the photo booth from high school years on there. I think that'd be fun. I might actually get this pack now. I feel like that's the time. But because I don't know too much about it, I have to put it in meh. I've only watched videos. I can't say too much. Alright, next we have fitness. Fitness stuff. The clothing's okay. I feel like we have some good fitness stuff already. Throwback Fit Kit, I think, has some better fitness stuff in it, which I don't actually have, but yeah, I've watched plenty of videos on it, and I think the fitness stuff in here, it also comes for different age groups and that. Look at these hats, are they not so cute? So in terms of the cast, I think we have better stuff. I don't mind this top. It does come with some more normal swatches, but this one here is a little funky. I don't really like how this vest shirt thing like fits out. I like this one. Yeah, there's a lot of bathroom stuff, which I guess you would put in your gyms. And the gym equipment I do feel is probably the best we have in the game. So if you really want to build gyms, definitely get this pack. But in terms of the rock climbing, which is the main part of this pack, it's quite big and doesn't really fit into your builds very well. You have to have at least a medium wall height. So I think you wouldn't have this at like your Sims house. It's more likely that you would have this in an actual gym, as you can see in these screenshots. It does bring in a new death type, so that's fun. You always like new death types. I do like this coffee table. It's like kind of like a mountain going up. But these lights on the wall, I think, are a bit silly. That light there is nice. These things here, they kind of give like rock climbing vibes. Like I think I made like a fake rock climbing wall with these little knob sculptures as like a decoration. But the rest of the stuff in the pack I don't think is really needed. The earbuds are fun. Good way to get your Sims to... does it say anything about the earbuds? I swear it's this pack that comes with the earbuds. But you might get that pop-up saying like, want free earbuds? And it's a good way for your Sims to get their fun up while they do other things. And that's about the only good thing. So I think this is definitely going in meh. Not hate it. This should be like dislike. Hate it is delete it. Yeah. I don't know. I don't want to be too much of a hater, you know. This is just my opinion. Toddler stuff. Okay, I like toddler stuff. I mean, just look at all these outfits. Like at the time, I feel like we did not have many outfits. We've got 4 new hairs with this. I feel like most of my toddlers at the time were wearing like the same like 3 hairs because I didn't like how the rest of them looked. It's just so many fun outfits. I feel like most of these are for like your female toddlers. Like look at all these. Too many for your male toddlers, but isn't that how it is in like all packs, unfortunately? And the stuff here is made so you can create a little play date, and that's the main gameplay feature of this, is being able to host your little toddler play dates, which I think is a really cool idea that I haven't really experimented much with. But see this big jungle gyms and the slide and the ball pit, and this is actually a dollhouse, this tree looking thing. I think it's a fun idea. I think this pairs well with growing together as well. I'm definitely putting this in like it just because I think like having more toddler stuff is good, and just things for different age groups that aren't just adults. Ah, laundry, okay. Laundry Day was a community voted pack, and because of that, I think everything is really good about it. The clothing is really nice. Like if I compare this clothing to the clothing in other packs, I'll describe this as more powdery, I guess. Like they're more muted tones, which I quite like. They're not too loud. These boots a lot and I use them all the time. Like this full body outfit, it comes in like the dress isn't always floral. There's some swatches where it's just a plain dress, which is nice. I like these wedge heels. And the build and buy, it's very rustic, which I feel fits in with the laundry theme. And I use laundry in like pretty much every one of my builds, and I tend to use the other stuff that comes with it, like this ottoman and that around my laundry room. So I'd say it's all pretty good. I don't know if it's going in love it, but it might go in love it. I think it's gonna go in love it. People want more realistic gameplay, so this really added to that. And I like that you get the option of like the washing machine and dryer, as well as being able to hang out your clothes and wash it by hand, which does take a while in game. So I don't do that very often. First, pet stuff. So this one was really controversial. I personally don't mind the pack, which some people might come for me for, but I feel like if you're going to have an expansion pack, say you have 5 expansion packs, I feel like cats and dogs might be one of them. Like people in real life, maybe half of us have pets. I don't have any pets right now, but I wish I did. And because of that, you wouldn't probably like to emulate that in your game by having cats and dogs. See on DLC is terrible and I hate it. But in terms of the pack on its own and what actually comes in the pack, well, yeah, a bunch of stuff for your cats and dogs, which I think is fun. More outfits is always fun. These hairs are kind of horrendous. I don't mind this one, but this one's kind of horrendous. This little dog, or I think there's a cat one as well, hat for your toddlers is so cute. Hamsters are kind of fun, although they're kind of just like an object. They can like fly off to space sometimes and get little postcards and space rocks and all sorts of things. This cat lamp is kind of useless. I don't think we need that. I don't mind this coffee table. It's kind of like an aquarium in there. That's kind of fun. I don't think you can place fish in it though. That would be kind of cool if you could do that. The rest of the stuff in the pack, I don't think it's that great. It's okay. We have another cat door, or doggy door, but we've got some in cats and dogs as well. Like these pet blankets, though. These are like sleeping spots for your pets. I think they're nice. This one comes in like, so it's got like the egg, but there's also like a bacon one and a couple of other fun ones in there. And I like this little hamster chair. Besides that, you definitely don't need this pack, and that's probably why I'm going to put it in dislike. But I don't think it's as bad as luxury party stuff. Basically, I don't think it's the very worst pack. Oh, another pack I dislike. Okay. Moschino? Is that how you say it? Stuff? Alright, so this is a luxury brand that we probably all know. So some of the clothing kind of emulates that. And because of that, I feel like it's not stuff that you would wear very often. Maybe your celebrity sims might wear this stuff, like this dress. Where are they wearing that? This whole suit thing, which I do think actually looks really nice, but when is my sim wearing that, you know? The main thing of this was the photography, fashion photographer freelance career, where you could do these like photo shoots, but you can also take these photos without being in the career. And the main thing was that it came with these new poses that you could do. As you can see them posing. And I think if you've got families, you can take ones with like your toddlers or pets as well. So it was great for taking family photos, and that's pretty much why I got it and everyone else got it. Like, look at this. This is just basically painted on. There's no texture in this shirt. But now that's been added to the base game with the normal photography. So you don't need this pack to be able to do that. And the clothing is like, these shoes look like they're plastic. I don't know. You don't need it. I've seen some people say that they'd still get this pack just because of the backdrops, but like you can just paint a wall. Like most of them are just solid color backdrops. Just put some wallpaper and then put your camera in front and take some photos. Really don't need this pack. I don't mind having the tripods. You can actually like set up the area and you know where they're going to take the photo specifically. And these windows, the main purpose of these, I use them for like making a greenhouse. Yeah. I don't have the greenhouse kit that came out. Where is it? Greenhouse Haven. But this has some nice windows too. So you don't need those windows if you have this one. But I don't have this kit. And I like the windows that come in the pack. But that's about it. So it's definitely going and hate it. Just because, once again, like luxury party, like patio stuff, it's obsolete. We don't need it anymore because there's better stuff. They're added to the base game or they come in other packs. So yeah, the main reason for getting it, you don't need it anymore. So next one is Tiny Living. I already know this is going pretty high for me. Once again, the clothing here is like more powdery, more muted tones. I think it comes in some really nice swatches. I like this skirt, this top here, this like cropped sweater. I think this like full body dress is something that like, you know, kind of homey mum vibes. I like some of these hairs. There's actually quite a few of them, and this is where they started doing them like all for every age group as well, which was really good. I like this earring and necklace. The build mode, this build mode is incredible. All the swatches match. The lounge has some really nice swatches there. This bathroom caddy thing shelf I use all the time, same with the kitchen one. I just think it's like a decorative piece that's already been put together, you know, it's got all the decorations on it. It's really easy for new builders. I like this like poof thing. It's just a seat, I believe. Or maybe it's a table. No, I think it's a seat. And these dresses, like this one here is really skinny and this one's quite short. This side table is really skinny. Where's the desk? There's a desk here. It's only one tile wide, so that's good for your tiny living. And the gameplay with the tiny living is being able to make your tiny living lot, and then you get a bunch of benefits for living in a tiny house. I think I sometimes when I'm doing a rags to riches, I just make it a tiny house just so I get like this double relationship gain. Your plants grow faster, your skills, double skill gain, I think, at the highest level, and your bills are cheaper. So it's kind of a bit overpowered, really, for challenges like that. I like the door, and a bunch of these items are multifunctional. So these TVs are a TV, a bookshelf, and a stereo in one, which I think is nice. Yeah, I like this little candle book set. Let's have a look at some of these. And the Murphy bed. The Murphy bed is fun. I sometimes struggle to fit it in builds. Like I'd rather just put a single bed. But that's cool too because you can have a couch or the bed. Yeah, see, there's a little ottoman poof thing comes in a bunch of different swatches. I think that looks nice. The paintings that come with it, I don't really need those. What's this like long one with the deer on it? I've never seen that. Where is that? Is it like one of these? Or did it just not come in the pack? Is that a base game thing? I have so many questions about where that's from. Anyways, I really like this. So waffling on, but putting it in love. Next, Nifty Knitting. So from here onwards, like all the packs have been pretty good. Nifty Knitting, another community voted one. I think this was good because it brought in more stuff to do for elders, but they didn't make it exclusive to elders. It's also available for all ages. So if you've got like a more crafty sim, that can be fun. You can make kids toys for your toddlers, and kids themselves can actually or play with knittable things, but also knit. So I think that's good. It really ties in like a family activity. So I like that. The decor and I think this hair is kind of funny. I feel like this is like kind of grandma's hair, so having like a kid's version of it looks kind of odd. But it's good that they did the hairs for all ages as well. And by got the rocking chairs. I think rocking chairs are nice. I think there's one that comes with horse ranch though now too. Very crafty stuff. So if you're not really into this build and buy, I wouldn't recommend it. It's very out there. I really like these lounges though. They come in a bunch of nice colors as well. And this introduced Plopsy where you can sell your stuff online with that. I never really got too far into it. But you can make it big on Plopsy. It is a good way to get rich, but it is kind of tedious. It's like the in high school years. I forget what it trendy, kind of like that. Yeah, I feel like they keep introducing new things with another pack of these like online systems, and they need to just combine them. Like the social bunny followers and that is separate from like your Simstagram ones. Yeah. So Nifty Knitting for me, I think it's going in like it. I don't love it. But I think it's really good addition to your game. Okay, Paranormal Stuff Pack is probably hands down my favorite stuff pack. I think the build and buy is really good. The cast is really good. I like these hairs. I like that they came for different ages as well. This one's kind of fun. Yes, they have one here. Yeah. I think that hairstyle is kind of fun. Shirts are nice. I like the full body outfits. I like this kid's full body outfit too. It just seems very like homey and chill. And I like that they did the like toddler's hair and everything. Oh, I love these vests. They come in a bunch of really nice colors. You'll see, I think, where's the ghost? No, but this full body outfit I really like. In terms of the build and buy, I think it's really nice. This lounge I use in almost every build. It comes in some neutral swatches, but also some nice colorful ones. The rug here, there's like a weathered version of. Photos up on the wall of the ghost Gudri. He's really fun. Yeah, and having the paranormal lot, like, so the main gameplay with this was being able to be a freelance paranormal investigator, being able to talk to ghosts with the medium skill, and having the haunted house lot type where you have like specters start appearing and spooky things start happening. And I think that's just, it's really fun. This pairs well with spooky stuff as well, but the style of build and buy is very different. I love these curtains. But I think it's really fun. There's a lot of gameplay time to this. You see the ghosts will start appearing. You can collect them in jars. I think it's really fun, and it probably adds the most gameplay out of all the stuff packs. Like Home Chef Hustle is amazing. In terms of like, look at the clothing here compared to Cool Kitchen stuff is just so much better. And look how they match. You can have like your family in this. Though I think the food stall stand is really fun and how the kids can help out with it. So that's the main gameplay thing here. These hats I feel like should have been in Nifty Knitting. I don't think they are necessary in this pack. But I like the whisks, the earrings and the necklace. I like these like bandana hairs, you know, tying up your hair to do some cooking. I don't know about this like chef tattoo thing with like the spatulas and that. I think that's kind of funny. Yeah, I really like the hairs. I love the outfits. The full body ones with the aprons are really fun. And they come in some good swatches. This screenshots do not do it justice. But yeah, there's some really nice ones here. See with like the powder on it and that. And the new appliances are good. They have some cross-pack compatibility. See how I said the spice rack with Cool Kitchen stuff was really bad? And this one, yeah, this one's a lot better. You've got the mini dishwasher that's like quite slim, and the kitchen set is so beautiful. Comes in so many nice swatches. I love the wallpaper, the tile backsplash that comes with this. Also comes in some nice swatches which matches these, and the tile is nice. The sink is really nice. It's got like a little drying rack thing on the side that's just decorative, but then there's this like over sink drying rack as well. I think it's really good. These shelves I use all the time because they come with a light underneath it. So if you're like displaying like your Simi collection even, it looks really good to have the lights there. Do they have an example of it? They have the shelves? No, they don't have the shelves in any of these screenshots, but it's really good. Trust me, bro. I'm putting that in, love it. And the last one, Crystal Creations. I'd actually say I like Crystal Creations as well. It has so many CAS items, and there's so many more that you can craft that aren't on this list. This is just, I think, like all the designs, but they come in a bunch of colors and different gems that you can make with it. These crystal shoes are my favorite thing in the game. They basically look like they're out of Cinderella. They come in like a white and like a light blue. I use the light blue ones all the time. They give me Cinderella vibes. I think these hairstyles are really nice. They come for kids as well. Yeah, I like the jewelry, having like the multiple earrings. The build and buy all matches lovely. And these bookshelves with the ladders are so cute. I don't think they've got it in the screenshots. Yeah, I really like the lounge. This wallpaper's really nice. I don't think they have it in the screenshot here either. And it adds a lot of gameplay with the gemology skill, and being able to craft your own jewelry. You can gift it to people. So imagine like making your own wedding ring and like proposing to a sim with that. So nice. And this crystal tree, you can grow the crystal tree, you can carve gems and you can charge them and give you special abilities and that. I think this pairs well with Realm of Magic. I have my spellcaster sims delve into the gemology. Like imagine having this crystal tree on like your magic house lot. I think I did a build of that on my channel when the pack came out. Yeah, I was really excited, and I think it's really nice.
I think I kind of hate
I like this little terrarium thing.
and Luxury Party.
Well,
like Luxury Party was the first one ever to come out, so
yeah, this little cow plant in the best one.
But
I think that looks cool too. So Crystal Creations, I think, is also going,
and now
love it.
The whole point of it is completely gone
on their stuff pack game,
and I feel like I wasted my money.
Not so much on their expansion packs. Which is a shame.
I hope you guys have a wonderful day, and I'll see you in the next one. Once again, this is just my opinion. Don't take it too seriously.
Some good packs.
Enjoy your day.
And some not so good packs. Actually,